are back. Welcome back to the channel. To all the people, welcome to another toy review right here. And we are now taking a look at a really odd and unexpected figure that just came in. I was surprised that it came a little early. Again, it's a little early for me, but it's possible that some of the folks out there on YouTube that already had this figure, but it's just really great to have it. We are looking at SS86 or Studio Series 86 Junkyard, and he is looking really rad. I mean, he is a retool of Wreck-Gar. He is a Junkion, and this is really unexpected because you won't really think that a character that didn't really have a lot of spotlight in the movie would get a rendition in in the SS86 or the Studio Series, so that they can just have its day, I guess. So this is just really cool. As you can see, he is really big. I mean, he is Voyager size, I guess. I'm really confused with the scaling now with the Hasbro has done recently. Just to make a size comparison really quick, here is Rodimus Prime, and he's considered leader class, but you could see right off the bat that they're not so different in size. So that's why it's a little confusing sometimes when people say that we have this as a leader class and this is Voyager class. They're technically the same height, and they're not really different. Side by side comparison, you'd see that Rodimus is just really taller because with the spoiler, but overall they're just pretty much the same size. So thank you, Rodimus, for gracing our screen right there. And enough with that, let's just take a look at this really awesome figure. Really nice face sculpt again. Hasbro has been knocking off the park, things out of the park with their face sculpt, and I just really like what's going on right there. Very cartoonish. It doesn't look like human or like the one that I mentioned before. It's not taking the IDW design. It's very cartoonish with it in a good way, and we have a lot of really great articulation going on right here. Swivels right there. There is. So there's a wrist swivel. Sorry, I was covering that. So we have wrist swivel right here. We got the axe, the spinny axe. We kind of remember that from Wreck-Gar. The only difference, I guess, would be from Wreck-Gar is that you would have the wheels here, but on Junkyard you have them down on his thighs. You have a really nice looking back, really flush. What you could do is you could put the axe, oopsie, so you could put the axe right there, and it still spins. Or you could put it this would be a very odd position, so it doesn't really look good, but you could do that. And you have waist articulation, you have ankle rockers, ankle tilts. Great. It is just very fun to play with, and the transformation on this guy is just really easy. It's kind of like what we saw from Wreck-Gar. So you open this section, so you have him like that, and if you notice, there is this locking mechanism right there. So you have to make sure that the shoulders are aligned so that you can lock him, and then you can open that, and then you can then bring the whole assembly here, and as you widen the shoulders, you can bring this whole assembly up, and then what you can do now is extend this and then just bring this whole section right here. Now what you want to do is just make sure that the head's antenna is just pulled back, and then you want to shoot that head inside. So there's this thing right here, you can flip that and then just make sure that the head goes in there. Alright, and you can now adjust that so it's like double jointed, and you can just push it all the way in and make sure that red piece is all sitting flush. and then you can then adjust this. So once you do that, you can bring this assembly like so, right there. Trying to make it. Sometimes it's just really, you need to wiggle things around to get that really nice fit. There you go. Try to put that in there. And you have to rotate the hands, because once you have this now in this motion, you have that hole, which you then would have to put with that little peg, and now you have this, so you can tuck that hand in, get one of the wheels, just try to take that out of there and put it here. So I know it's a parts former, but it's a fun parts former. What was that? We have some background music, some moving vehicles in the background playing their songs. So you just do the same thing here, and then you can just sandwich that wheel, and now it's there. So you're halfway through. What you want to do now is just take this wheel, put it in there, so there's that hole, so you could just snap that in, and you can then adjust this by sandwiching the wheel. And you notice that you have holes right there. You want to peg them here, so all you want to do is just really push that in, and you want to push that in. Bada bing, bada boom. Get this thing aligned like so. Just try to straighten that out. You can see it spins really good. And what I forgot last time when I was doing the Red Guard review is that I forgot to pull this out, so you could actually make it stand. It's like a kickstand, and voila, you have an awesome looking motorcycle. And I am just telling you, this is just really great. It doesn't look like an exact copy of Red Guard's. It's a little shorter, but it's still pretty much like a Junkion-ish motorcycle. It's like a cross between like a race bike and a chopper, I guess. Now you could put the axe down at the back, right there, and it still spins. There you go. And let's try to do this. Let's put that there. And I was trying to do this all day because it reminds me of Akira. If you've seen that classic anime, you know, that poster right there. So this is Hot Rod. There we go. Hot Rod is walking towards the bike, and you know, you could just make Hot Rod ride that motorcycle. There you go. Come on, Hot Rod. Put the feet right there. And I don't know why it's not letting me do that. There you go. And that looks great. Looks great. There you go. Autobot riding another vehicle, which is another Autobot, I guess. Well, I couldn't call Junkyard another Autobot because they're Junkions, technically. They're not affiliated with the Autobot class, but yeah. There you go. It's really nice. Awesome looking figure right there. I am just really happy they made another one like this. So I'm hoping that they actually make more Junkions, and that would be a fantastic thing. We got Wreckgar, we got Junkyard, I think we have Junk Heap as well, and Dump something. I forgot the guy's name, but this is really cool. I just really enjoy this. One of the most enjoyable figures that Hasbro has recently dished out, and I'm hoping more. Really loving this one right here. So we're going to take a quick pause, and then we're going to compare this guy with Wreckgar. We'll be right back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and if you take a look at that, I don't think that there is anything cooler than this right now. Two Autobots riding another set of transforming robots, Junkions, in vehicle modes. It's just really so cool. I am just blown away by the playability of these figures. Look at that. And we're doing a really great comparison right here with the figures. So if you notice, Wreck-Gar is a little more sharper, you know, sorry RC. So RC, try to hold on. There we go. So the look is a lot more sharper. This one has a little more pointy edge, you know, in the front part of the motorcycle. This one is a lot more flat and squarish in design. Although the cool thing with Junkyard is that he has this armor plating and it covers the wheel, so it's kind of like it's reminiscent from Vinny's motorcycle from Biker Mice from Mars, and this one looks like Throttle's motorcycle. So I think we just need one more, maybe, you know, throw in another Junkion right there, like Junk Heap, and you know, we have like biker bots from Cybertron. And this is just really great. But if you take a look at that, it's pretty much the same from this point onward. So you have the same setup with the motorcycle with Wreck-Gar and what's his name again, Junkyard. And you can also put the axe. It's just really the head part. And you also notice we have the cannons, you know, the very odd chest cannons of Wreck-Gar. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean. And they look great together. I love the vehicle modes. Again, I can't just stop being ecstatic about it, Hasbro. You guys just did a bang of a job with this one. So we're going to take another pause and we're going to compare these two Junkions in robot mode. We'll be right back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and let's take a look at these two together. So we have Junkyard and his, I guess his boss, his leader, Wreck-Gar. And if you really take a look at that, there are enough similarities pretty much from the waist down. It's pretty much the same. But when you go up, you know, from the waist up, you have the chest. Really great changes. You have Wreck-Gar with his cannon chests, and you have a really nice looking chest right here from Junkyard. And if you take a look at the elbows, we got really spiky elbows from Junkyard, and we have a more flushed and squared looking shoulders from Wreck-Gar. Another thing is that definitely the paint, it just makes it totally different. It's like a totally different toy, which is good. It's not just like you're buying a repaint of Wreck-Gar. And if you take a look at that, we have this section right here, and this section is really round, and you can put the wheel right there, and this is covered with that armor piece that I was talking about, and it makes it a whole lot different. It gives that a lot of character. Now the back part is not so different at all. If you take a look at that, it's pretty much the same. Let me just flip these things right here, and they just look great together. There you go. Now let's do some more size comparison between Wreck-Gar and now with Wreck-Gar and Junkyard together with Hot Rod and robot mode. And you can see that they're really towering the Autobots, and I really think that that's great because in the movie I think they were really bigger. And we have RC right there. And let me bring, of course, the guy that gave the universal greeting of peace to the Junkions. Good old Cup. That ugly Cup from SS86. Look at that ugly face. Not really a big fan of this SS86 figure, because really the face. But, yeah, I just really need it. so that I complete the series. But they look great together. Great scaling right there. Let's put these Autobots down the back, and let's check out how these folks fare with other modern Transformers. So pretty much we've been doing size comparisons with the SS86 line. Let's check out Siege. So here is deep cover. As you can see, they're definitely towering, the Siege figures. And one from, I forgot where this came from. I don't know if it's Siege or Kingdom or War, but we have Jazz. And these figures are a lot smaller compared to the SS86 Deluxes, and they're just a tad smaller right there. If you take a look at that, let me just put deep cover again. Let's put Cup. Cup is bigger, but definitely these guys are just towering over them. And if we bring in our earlier guest, let me try to square, make him stand straight. So yeah, so there, he is pretty much the same with Rodimus Prime. So, final verdict. Let's get these little guys out of the way. Star of the show. I definitely enjoy the new SS86 line, and especially this figure right here. So Junkyard is just really something that you want to get. He's an awesome figure. A lot of playability, very posable. Especially the alt mode is just fantastic. I would recommend it to anyone who would love to collect the Studio series and complete their 1986 movie line. And I'm hoping that we get more retools or figures based on this mold, and I would not hesitate to get that. It would be great to army build like a bunch of Junkions in motorcycle mode and have each of these figures ride these Junkions, and that would be a sight to see. And I'm hoping that would happen. Again, great job. Kudos Hasbro for doing such a fantastic job on this one. I am just happy that I got this. So folks, if you have not subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe and click on that subscription button right there. Hit that bell notification so you can get notified, and we'd love to hear from you. So send your feedback, your comments down below, and we'd love to chat with you folks. And again, thank you very much for watching. I will continue the reviews. We have a lot of figures down in the pipeline. Most likely we will continue with our Legends class figures, but that's pretty much it for me. So thank you very much for watching, folks, and remember, till all are one, peace out, rock and roll.